Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm Mac,
And Jose.
and we are Upper Country Farms.
Yes.
We're a market farm up here in the beautiful Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and right now we're under several feet of snow. It's been a very cold and snowy fall for us.
Yeah.
Or winter, now it's winter, but the fall was very snowy as well, and very cold. Definitely one of the coldest Decembers I think we've experienced since we've been farming.
Yeah.
Usually we don't get super cold temperatures until January.
Yeah.
But it's been cold. Today's not too bad. We're above freezing.
Yeah, right now it's 37 degrees.
Wow. So yeah, it's nice and warm in here, and we just have some of the beds uncovered to show you that we still have quite a bit of greens going on even in the middle of winter.
Yeah, right now we are here in one of those big high tunnel.
Yeah. So it's been a long time since we've made a video, since maybe last June.
Yeah.
And we know so many of you have reached out asking where we're at, asking if we're okay, and everything is amazing.
Yeah.
Things are going really well. It's very busy, and while we love doing YouTube, we don't make a living at it. We make a living farming, so it's hard when we have to make the decision to stop filming.
Yeah.
We're going to try again this year to do it a little bit more. We're going to attempt to go through June, take July, August, and September off, and then come back in October. This year we didn't come back in October because we needed a new editing computer, because our computer was so old and slow that editing was painful. So we just upgraded a new computer for us. So hopefully the editing will improve and we'll be able to do more.
Yeah, we'll see.
So just for those of you who don't know who we are a 20-acre market farm. We run about 160 100-foot by 30-inch beds. We have 2 of these high tunnels. We've applied for a grant for a third one because we want to do a heated high tunnel in addition to these 2 that we have unheated. This is the first year we've taken one truly through the winter and tried keeping crops in it. And you can see, even with the amount of snow and the amount of cold, the lettuces are beautiful. We have some sorrel here. Then we have salad turnips, like Hakurei turnips, and more salad mix down there. And then behind me is spinach, which of course it would do well almost anywhere.
Yeah.
But we've been just kind of testing to see what we can do for our members through the winter. And this last week was the first week we were able to harvest spinach because it's been so cold. Then we also have a heated greenhouse or propagation house that we use for propagating all of our trays. And usually in the heat of the summer, we use that for peppers.
Yep.
Then we have about 8 acres of pasture we use for our pasture-raised chickens. And usually do sheep every year. We bring in lambs in the spring and butcher in the fall.
Yeah.
This year we're considering upgrading that. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the video, doing some different animals. And last year one of our people that works with us, she raised 2 cows.
Yeah.
So we had some beef, which is fantastic. So we're going to maybe do more of that this coming year as well.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that. This is the start of our 6th season.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, we're going to put a little bit of video up here to show you what our farm looks like we've started in 2021 was our first season.
Yep.
And of course then 2025 was our 5th season, which turns out we've been growing every year, slowly but surely. It's mostly Jose and I. We work, I say full time, but for a farmer that's a lot of hours every week. And then we have Betsy who works with us. So Jose's got a gift for you.
This is the key.
Key to my new home.
Key to your new house.
Here we go.
Here it comes. Oh! So it's a lot of tomatoes we're potting up.
We like tomatoes.
And she's really our right arm, because without her, a lot of stuff wouldn't get done around here.
Yeah.
She seeds all of our trays and does a bunch of stuff on the back end. She's not too involved in the gardens themselves, but she does have a lot of impact on what happens here on the farm.
Yeah, thanks, Betsy.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate you. All right, so we want to kind of just talk today about our plans for 2026 and what we hope will happen and what you'll see happening. So what is the big thing we want to get done this year? Like, what is our big to-do project that we want to see happen?
Well, we need more room to work So we have a nice and beautiful barn, but right now it's like
It's a barn.
it's a barn, but right now it's like chicken coop.
Yeah, we keep our chickens in it over the winter.
So yeah, we want to move the chicken upside, but we want to build them something for
We
the
will.
chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to get them out of the big barn because they, if you know chickens, they create dust like nobody's business. And we have this beautiful brand new 40 by 48
Yeah.
barn that we want to turn more into a production space. So we would eventually move our wash pack station into there. We want to create a farm store there where people can come and shop here on the farm.
Yep.
Our storage and drying for our veggies. So we have onions and garlic, our potatoes. All of these crops, if we want to be keeping them through the winter, need specific temperatures. They need specific humidity levels.
Yeah.
And so we want to create spaces where we can store each of those items. Right now, we keep everything in our root cellar, which is fine, but it's not big enough. It's good for things like onions and garlic.
Yeah.
We keep a few carrots down there, but it wouldn't be good for, it's not real good for like winter squashes,
No.
potatoes. So we need to create space for that.
Yeah.
The other thing is because we've been doing more meat, we want to create a specific butcher space where we
Yeah.
can do our own chickens. We already butcher our own lambs.
Yeah.
And now that Betsy has started doing cows, we would love to have a spot where we can butcher some beef. And the other thing is we're possibly going to run a couple of pigs this year.
yeah.
We've been thinking about it and talking about it. We're not sure yet.
Probably not this year. Next year, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we'll probably be back one year. We
Yeah.
really need to get a facility where we can do butchering because this year when we were butchering our sheep, there was already several feet of snow on the ground.
Oh yeah.
And it's cold. When
Yeah.
you're out there with bare hands doing butchering, it's very, you need a spot that you can keep at least a temperature above freezing
Yeah.
where your fingers aren't
Yeah.
froze
Frozen.
by the time you're done. So that's a big goal we have this year
Yeah.
is to really convert that barn. So what you're going to see is a lot, once the chickens come out in the spring, a lot of cleaning up. We're going to have to blow all that dust out of there.
Yeah.
We're going to have to wash everything down and then start building spaces. Plus we have the two far bays are sand floor. So eventually what we'll do is put in water lines and put concrete down.
Yeah.
So that we can have things in there like hot water.
Yeah.
Because right now you need hot water or warm water, especially if you're needing to clean and sanitize things. So that's kind of a big goal we have. It'll take us several years to get there.
Yeah. Well, we want to start right now.
Yeah, we want to get the chickens out of there so we can start cleaning it out
Yeah.
and getting it there. So that's the big project you'll see us working on. What are some other things we have going on?
Maybe another high tunnel.
Hopefully another high tunnel.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. We would love that. And now that we know how to build these, we're pretty proficient. The first one was frustrating. And this second one, we had most of it done before fall last
Yeah.
year. But then this spring had to finish it. But you forget when you're putting these up how much detail goes into it and how many screws have to be put in.
Yeah.
Especially up here where we're dealing with very heavy snow loads. I mean, this year especially is the first year
yeah.
we've really had to worry about the spacing on these. And we put ours north-south. That's north. This is south here. So our sides are east to west. And I think we made a very good decision
Yeah.
because the way the winds blow, the snow does not pile up like it does for some of the people that have theirs facing the
Yeah.
opposite direction.
Yeah.
And so for that, we're very thankful.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we had a third one, it would be nice to start doing, because you can see even with a few degrees of heat, we could do a lot more and have a lot more greens available for our members. I'll tell you what, after farming and then having to go buy vegetables at the grocery store, there's zero comparison between what you get at the farm and what you get at the grocery store. And being able to, like, for instance, today, after we're done with our video, I'm going to go harvest some spinach because you get the spinach at the grocery store and it's slimy and like a light green. And in here, it's beautiful, dark green, and the leaves are so firm. So I'm going to definitely be harvesting a little bit of spinach. We have this, the funny thing is you have to wait till the temperatures are above freezing to be able to harvest. And we have actually had very few days
Yeah.
this winter that have been above freezing.
Yep.
So we haven't really had much opportunity to harvest. So some other things we're doing for our members right now, we have microgreens growing, which
the first time we tried that.
Yep. It's the first time we did microgreens, and I, reading through all the stuff, I thought, maybe we would have some issues, but because we've been growing for so long, we actually transitioned into it really easily. It's an easy addition. We're not doing that many. I only deliver to our members every 2 weeks, so I only have to plant once every 2 weeks to supply our delivery date. Currently, we're running 60 members. And not all of them utilize what we have through the winter. They don't take advantage of the delivery. So I would say only 15 to 20 members consistently order for us. And so our deliveries aren't that big. It's been very easy to manage that and have stuff available for our members through the winter. Yeah, we really enjoy that.
Yeah, we hope some more members, they say, hey, what do you have this winter for us?
Yeah. No, it's been really nice. I think our ultimate goal is to be a membership-only farm. I've been very clear about that from the beginning. The difference that it means for us is getting a higher price point from our members, because when you go to market, I mean, you have a lot of potential people buying from your table. And if they're buying $5 worth of stuff, fine, it's easy. But when you're supplying to just a select number of members, you need to make more money off of each member. And so our goal eventually is to have 100 members and to be making approximately $1,000 per member. We have some members that spend more than that with us. So we really want to just cater more to our members and do what we can to serve, the members that we have and have a higher price point. So that's kind of our goal. This is why we want to not only do vegetables, we really want to focus on fruits. We have put in about 100 fruit trees since we've moved onto the property. They're still not producing. We did eat our first 2 peaches this year. And we are not, this is not a zone that's good for peaches, but we've been trying some different varieties to see if we can get some things to grow up here. We also have a ton of apple trees in. That's mostly what we've put in, about 50 apple trees.
Yeah, I think that last year was so bad. For
it was a horror. It was our worst, at least for our area. Some areas had fine apple production, but we do a big apple cider press party in the winter or in the fall, where we usually do multiple days of pressing. But this year, we hit up all of our neighbors for all of their apples, and we only pressed for 1 day. And usually we have plenty of apples to do 3 days of pressing. And we usually have 100+ jars of apple cider in the basement, and this year I think we didn't even get to 50. It's very weather dependent. But we do have a lot of apple trees. We put in a ton of tart cherry trees and some sweet cherries. We've put in plums, a lot of plums, and some pear trees. This year I think we may try to plant a few more pear trees to get our pear numbers up, because we only have maybe 8 or 10 of those in, and I'd like to have closer to 20, so maybe do 10 to 20 more pear trees, depending on what the pricing is this spring. This year, another thing we really want to start focusing on is berries. We've tried doing it in the past. We have not had very good luck, but that's mostly because in the spring, when we need to get those things planted, and in the summer when we need to be weeding and taking care of them, we're just too busy. And it's the one thing that every year we say we just don't have time for. And I thought that the berries, because berries grow very well up here, I thought they would do much better without our help. And I don't know if it's our soil, which it could be, because we have beautiful soil here. And berries, I think, tend to like more acidic soil, not quite as loamy as here. I think they like a little bit sandier soils, and we just don't have that. Blueberries, of course, don't do very well here. I wish they did. And the grapes haven't done very well. So we're really working on it. We just haven't had the time to focus on it. So this year we did put in several more blackberries. we found an area that the blackberries are doing really well. There's a blackberry that just randomly came in.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything with it. So we planted some more in that area to see how they do. So hopefully, and I put cardboard down around it, made sure the weeds wouldn't affect them. But we'll see in the spring if they come back.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
The other thing we want to try is, we don't, because we're so far out away from a city that has access to things like compost, or, a lot of people talk about the chip drop.
Yeah.
We don't have access to that stuff out here. Nobody is going to chip drop out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Last year we got lucky because there was a tree company working the electric lines out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got a lot of wood chips last year, but that's going to be a once every 10-year
Yeah.
kind of deal. It's not going to be every year that we have access to that. So one of the things we're going to try is there are a lot of small lumber companies around here or places, and they have the extra wood slabs that they use that come off of the sides. It's got the bark on it and everything. So we're planning on using that for our paths and to keep the weeds down.
Yep.
And it's actually pretty cheap to buy bales of that. And they're in 8-foot sections, so we could easily lay it down and
Yeah.
cover things. So we're going to try doing that for our berries.
Yep.
And see if we can't keep the weeds back enough to give them a few years to get established.
Yeah.
Because the other problem we have is the snow
Oh,
is
yeah.
so heavy here in the winter that it breaks them off. So they have to do a lot of regrowth.
Yeah.
And on most berries, it's second year growth where you get the berries. So I don't know. We're trying, and we will eventually figure it out. But we're struggling more with the berries than we
Yeah.
would like to. Same with grapes. We're having the same problems.
We are here and for almost ready for 2026.
Yeah, very excited. Our markets, we do 2 farmers markets.
Yep.
One of them is in Marquette, and that's the largest of the 2 markets we do. That brings in most of our income for the year. The second is in Munising. It's a little bit smaller market, but it's a great market. We've been doing
Yeah.
it since we started, and we love that market.
Yeah.
So those get started in mid-May.
Yeah. And thank you for your patience. Thank you for waiting for us.
Yeah, we're here. We'll be back.
Yeah.
We'll try to go as long as we can.
Yeah.
We do have some great video ideas coming up, though. We see a lot of people talking about CSAs and setting up CSAs.
Yeah.
We run our CSA very different than most people. So I think I want to do a video talking about the different ways to set up a CSA, some of the things you need to consider when doing a CSA. We also want to do a fun video talking about working as a couple,
Yeah.
because I think that comes with a whole different set of criteria, patience, planning to make sure that the relationship stays healthy along with the farm.
Yeah. It's like a.
Yeah, and there's a balance for sure. So we want to maybe do a little bit and talk about that. We also want to talk about do a video on whether or not you should start a market farm. Like,
Oh,
what are
yeah.
some of the things you need to consider?
Yeah.
We know a lot of people who started and are no longer doing it.
Yeah.
And so we just want to talk about some of the things you might want to think about before you come down this road. I personally think it's the best way to make a living, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Every day. It's not a day off for farmers.
No.
Well,
No.
sometimes.
Yeah, we usually don't have any days off.
Yeah. You want to tell the story about what one day on farmer market somebody told you? I thought that girl, she will never be a farmer.
Oh, one of our members came up to me and chuckled because the first year we were doing the farmers market in Munising, she said, "Oh, aren't these two cute?" She never thought we would make it, but now she's one of our best CSA members.
Yeah.
And speaks our praises and has helped us to get more members. So that's nice.
Yeah.
I think when you get started, you don't have a lot for sale. You're just putting stuff on the table, whatever you have available.
Yeah,
And
and sometimes
people think it's cute.
Yeah, sometimes it's not the best thing you have in the farm, but it is
Yeah,
what it is.
you bring what you can.
Yeah, but it's a big surprise where it come from very small onions to the best one, big one.
Oh, we have nice onions. I mean,
Yeah.
you just learn a lot over the years. We
Yeah.
have another farmer here who's been doing it almost 20 years longer than us. And I always say to him, "How do you do so much?" And he says, "Remember, I've been doing it a lot longer than you." and you just learn.
Yeah.
So we want to do a video talking about some of the things you can expect and think about if you want to start a farm.
Yeah.
All right, anything else?
Just say thank you, and we are here. We want to try to stay here and make a video for you.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it.
Yeah, and if you think this video is okay, just
give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel, especially if you are a farmer, if you love the UP.
Yeah. And my name is Jose.
And I am Mac. Again, we are Upper Country Farms. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.